Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. So I have some more things to talk about. I want to kind of just keep an open dialogue when it comes to talking about HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, the whole ecosystem of HEX. My thoughts about Richard Hart, who's the founder of HEX. My thoughts about the HEX community in general as a whole. My thoughts about the crypto space as a whole. And, just my thoughts on why I'm doing what I'm doing and how opportunity, when it does come, is something that you need to take action on when you have the chance to, because the opportunity is not going to just be there forever. I'll give you an example, a real good example. If you think about Bitcoin or Ethereum, you think about what they have done over time as far as price appreciation, and you just think about the overall industry in general of cryptocurrency, and you think about the investing world, right? So the investing world consists of stocks, ETFs, mutual funds. These are the instruments that you can invest in long term. The crypto space is also a long-term investment, but you have to treat it as such. So you can't come into the crypto space thinking that everything is, going to be a moon or a quick opportunity. Like, people come into this space thinking more of, I want to hit the jackpot, versus I want to position myself long term in the crypto space with a coin or with a number of coins that are positioned to appreciate in value over time. That's how you should look at the cryptocurrency space. A lot of folks don't look at it like that. They're looking at it like it's a casino. So they seeing all of these different coins, all these different meme coins that come along, and they're looking at it as a very short-term opportunity to make some money or to get rich, like quick. No, that's not what this is. Let me give you a good example of what it is. If you bought, and I hate to use Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was the first of the cryptocurrencies to actually, pioneer and pave the way for the future for what crypto is or was going to become later on. Nobody knew that it would happen through Bitcoin or as a result of Bitcoin, but it did. So I don't want to really use Bitcoin. Let me use Ethereum. When Ethereum came along, Bitcoin had already been in existence for years. There was already a precedence for the way that people were responding and reacting to crypto because of Bitcoin, right? When Ethereum came along, the functionality and the purpose of Ethereum had a lot to do with why people positioned themselves in that coin early. So at the beginning and at the launch of Ethereum, there were people that already had an idea of what this crypto thing was about because of Bitcoin, and who made their decision as far as investing in Ethereum because of Bitcoin. So they used Bitcoin as the precedence for what they were going to do with the Ethereum coin when it came. Ethereum came along, it was a different layer, blockchain. It allowed for smart contracts. These were things that people at that time were aware would become the future of crypto, and it happened. The way that you could have positioned yourself in Ethereum was just to buy it early and hold it. Same thing for Bitcoin, but I don't want to use Bitcoin because Bitcoin was the first one. I want to use something that happened after Bitcoin. So Ethereum is the next best thing that I can use. If you just bought it early and held it, within 7 years, I mean, you already know what Ethereum did as far as price appreciation. And the thing about it is that you could have bought it early on if you just figure within its first year of existence. If you literally just bought it during its first year of existence and built a bag or a bag of that coin and just held it. It did a number of different things. The price did all type of shit. The price went, from below $1 up to $1, traded at around the dollar area for a long time. Then it broke above that, went up to higher prices, $50, $100, $200, came back down. Like the price fluctuations were insane. But my point is that if you were holding it because of what it is, you would have been able to deal with the fluctuations in the price because you know in the back of your mind that this is going to be something way beyond what people think that it's going to be later on. See, you know that because of what Bitcoin already did. Yes, y'all kind of see where I'm going with this? So history does repeat itself. It does. And this is why I'm excited about HEX, because when I look at HEX, I see what HEX is. When I look at the HEX ecosystem, I see the way that the founder, Richard Hart, is thinking in terms of using history to build something or create something that can be a better version of what has already taken place historically. So what better thing to do than to create literally a better version of Bitcoin, a better version of Ethereum, the two coins that performed the best and that had the actual fit in the market that just made sense. Bitcoin representing a store of value, Ethereum representing the layer where you can have smart contracts. Right? That's what these two coins basically represent. So Bitcoin is like digital gold, quote unquote, because it can be used to store value. Ethereum, the network, is a faster network than Bitcoin is, and it's also designed to allow for smart contracts. That's why you got so many coins on that blockchain. Coins, NFTs, all of these different, pieces of code or software that are built on that blockchain. So here we are now, 2023, and if I rewind a little bit and go back to 2019 is when HEX launched. Again, new coin. But what about the new coin? What is it? There's a lot of new coins. What makes this one special? HEX has features built into it that are designed to really force you to do what you could have done with something like Ethereum. Imagine, like I said a moment ago, imagine if you just bought Ethereum early and just held on to it. How would you be positioned now? Right now, years later? Not selling when it doubled, or not selling when you got a 10x or a 20x and just cashing out the bag. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just holding it because of what it is. Are you I hope that y'all following me, because people talk a lot. But people don't study a lot. So a lot of people talk, but they haven't studied. They have not observed and put in the time to actually look and see what it is. Like, what is this thing and why did this happen? I've taken my time and I've done my due diligence to look. I'm like, well, why Bitcoin at the price that it is now? Like, what happened? I have to go back in history and look. Why is Ethereum at the price that it's at now? What happened? Why did these coins do this? A lot of it has to do with what the coins were designed to do. Pay attention. So now if you fast forward, now here we are 2019, HEX is launched. What's the purpose of HEX? The purpose of HEX is to be a better version of Bitcoin. Now, whether it works out or it doesn't, or whether it works the way people think that it's going to work or not, doesn't matter. The point is that it's an opportunity. Like this is the part that people be missing. Y'all be missing this. This is why I said y'all miss Bitcoin, y'all miss Ethereum, don't miss HEX. And like I said, I didn't participate in HEX in 2019. I'm finding out about HEX this year. I found out about HEX in January of 2023. And just off the strength of what HEX is, I didn't invest in it because of what it did as far as price. To be honest, I didn't really even pay that much attention. I'll be very honest. I didn't even go back on the price chart and look at nothing. I just looked and I studied and I'm like, okay, so this is supposed to be a better version of Bitcoin. It also has functionality in it where you actually lock up your coins and you actually get rewarded for doing it. That's what's called APY as far as the way that it's presented or the way that it's marketed. It's marketed as APY or yield. But in actuality and in all truth, what it is that it has functionality built in so that you can lock up your coins for X amount of time, however much time you want to. So right now I got 5-year stakes, meaning that I have coins locked up for 5 years. And it just so happens that because of the functionality of the code, 5 years from now, the amount that I'll have will be damn near twice as much as what I locked up. This is what I'm saying about studying. This is how the code is set up. The code of HEX, the actual software, the functionality of it is set up that way. And there have been no errors at all, no problems at all. It's just been 100% flawless operation of the code. The code operates by itself. It works. The same way Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other things, they work. And I don't know how flawless they've been because I've heard a bunch of different instances of where Bitcoin was like almost hacked into, but it wasn't. It was almost hacked into. There, like there were Bitcoins that were out there that somebody almost got, but the person that found whatever the problem was, they did whatever they did and it didn't happen. But it could have happened. But it didn't happen. So these codes, the way that they have been developed and the way that they're built, can't break them. Can't hack them. So that means that functionality and the fact that it operates that way means that the code will do what its functionality is. It will do what it was programmed to do. And that's crazy because what that means is that now you have an opportunity when you buy this coin, you actually can lock it up and it's built into the code. It's forcing you to hold it so that you don't sell it. Why is that important? Because the value of it will go up over time naturally because of what it is. Now, of course, there will be phases and periods of time where different things will take place. Of course, you're going to have the talk shit phase where people talk shit about it. We still in that phase. People still talking shit about HEX. Good and bad. That's just what it is. Did they not talk shit about Bitcoin? But what happened? It happened anyway. See, so my point is that it doesn't matter that people talk shit about something. We're dealing with code and software. We're dealing with things that are designed a certain way, and they're designed to perform certain functionality. That's what they do. They do that regardless of how much shit you talk about them. So over time, it eventually becomes adopted by people that are in the space. So even when you have new people coming into the space, new people will gravitate to what has already been working. They're going to gravitate to what was designed to do what it is doing. This is what happens. And you have to understand that this is what happens in this industry, period. I know that because I've studied. So, I mean, let me give you an example still. Let me show you something real quick. Right now, right? And let me see if y'all can see this still. I don't know if excuse me, if y'all can see this because this was a reflection. But let me try to zoom in on it. You see that? You see at the top up here, that's $100 will get you this much HEX, a little over 10,000 HEX. So right now we still have an opportunity to get HEX at these prices where for $100 you still getting over 10,000 HEX. I made a video not too long ago where I was talking about buying 50,000 HEX, and I was going to spend $400 for 50,000 HEX, which I did. Made another video showing $100 worth of HEX, you get 12,000 HEX. And yes, I'm referring to HEX on the Ethereum network because you have HEX actually on two chains. You have HEX on Ethereum and you have HEX on PulseChain. Which one you buy, it don't make a difference to me. But to me, I'm gonna buy what I feel is the bargain. So I want the HEX on Ethereum because it's being beat down in price. It's cheaper. So I can get way more of that HEX than I can of the HEX on PulseChain. But guess what? I'm also buying HEX on PulseChain. Surprise. See, like people going back and forth now just in the community, arguing back and forth about which one's better. Oh, the one on PulseChain is better than the one on Ethereum. The one on Ethereum is the original one. I am buying them both. I'm buying both of them. And I'm buying Pulse. And I'm buying PulseX. The whole ecosystem. And I think I'm going to buy some Ink token also, which is also in the ecosystem. So, like, I don't want to go all into that. I'm trying my best to focus just on the HEX aspect of this conversation, because I want you to see how HEX represents the next in line after Bitcoin and Ethereum because of what HEX was created and designed to do. The same way that PulseChain is the next in line. So HEX, better version of Bitcoin. PulseChain, better version of Ethereum. I'm buying them both. But I can talk specifically about HEX because that's the one that really started all of this. I missed my opportunity in Ethereum. I didn't know about crypto at that time. I even missed the opportunity in HEX. And I'm talking about the early opportunity when it first launched in 2019. And where y'all see the prices at now, like for Pulse and PulseX, that's where the price of HEX was. 0.000 and then a number. Even lower than that, it was at 0.0000 and then a number. That's where the price of HEX was. This was less than 4 years ago. And with HEX, you can lock up the coin. So you literally could have bought, I don't even know how much HEX could you have bought at that time? All right, let me use the price that I know HEX had launched at. I think that when it launched, the price was at 0.0004. So that's like 4/100ths of a penny. I guess, I don't know. You do the math. Get your calculator out. Figure this shit out. But it was at 0.0004. Around there. It was really 398, but I just rounded off to 4. This is where the price of HEX was. Matter of fact, hold on, because I want to use like some good information, being that I'm on here spending my time talking about this stuff. Let me get this calculator up real quick. So at that time, so let's see what $100 would have got you. How much HEX you would have got with $100. $100 at that time when HEX launched. I got all kind of alarms going off. When HEX launched, let's say that you got HEX at that price. $100 worth of HEX at 0.0004. How much HEX would you have gotten? This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. You would have got 250,000 HEX for $100. Like, I hope you're paying attention, man. When I'm talking about this, please pay attention. Because like I mean, I keep saying the same shit. History repeats itself. People over here wonder, oh, is Pulse gonna do 1,000x? Is it gonna do a 10,000x like HEX did? Blah 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 blah. You try to figure out if you can get rich with $100. This is my point. At that time, $100 when it launched would have gotten you 250,000 HEX. Understand, the price went lower than that. The price went below that 0.0004. The price that people sacrificed at was 4 times less than that. It was at 0.0001. So that means if the price drops down to 0.00001, you able to get 4 times as much. So you literally for $100 could have got 1 million HEX. Are y'all paying attention? Now, so you can get a million HEX for $100, and you can lock up. You can stake it. So let's say you took half a million. So you took 500,000 HEX and you lock it up for 5 years. Just lock it up, right? Right now, it's 4 years in from when it launched. Remember, you spent $100 and bought 1 million. That was the sacrifice price. So I'm not using anything that wasn't available to people. This was available. This price was available to people, right? So you buy 1 million HEX, you take half and you stake it. You lock it up. 5 years. First of all, because of the way that HEX is designed, you're going to earn more HEX because you lock it up for a longer amount of time. So literally in 5 years, that 500,000 is going to be like double. So it'll be about 1 million HEX. I'm just saying, like, pay attention. It'll be like 1 million HEX in 5 years. So now we're 4 years in now. So 2025 will be the 5th year. And 2025, who knows what the price is going to be? Wait, what I'm saying? 2025. Excuse me, 2024. I'm sorry. Because it was 2019. So 2024 will be the 5th year. Excuse me. Right? So 5 years in, you got double the amount of the bag that you put aside, that you locked up. And I'm like, this is a realistic example. Like I said, because of how HEX is designed, when you lock it up, it forces you not to sell it. Yeah, you could have sold. The price of HEX went up to 50 cents. But like I said, you locked up half. So you still got 500,000 that you could use for whatever you want to use for. You could do whatever you want to with. And I'm sure that you probably, sold some HEX. Probably sold some at a penny. Whatever you did. Sold some less than a penny. Probably didn't hold until it was 50 cents, I'm sure. Because it's hard for people to hold on to shit. But my point is this. You locked up half of it, though. To protect yourself against yourself. Because as human beings, we like to capitalize and make money. So it's going to be very hard for you to resist when you see the price go up. I'm just saying. But because it's HEX, you locked it up. So you still got that HEX. We're 4 years in now. Next year will be the 5th year. Who knows what the price is going to be? Let's say the price is what it is now. It's a penny. Right now it's a penny. Let's see. So you locked up 500,000 HEX, so you have 1 million HEX. Million HEX at a penny is $10,000. Mind you, you paid $100 for the HEX at the time. All right, I'm done. I'm finished. Like I'm going through this because I'm trying to help you to see the longer term vision, the broader vision of this. Y'all think too short term. You got to start thinking about this the way that you would invest in stocks. You invest in stocks over time for years. You buy a stock and you hold it when it's a good stock. And you're buying that stock based on the way that that company is positioned, aren't you? Like if you bought Amazon early or you bought Apple early, why'd you buy them? You bought them because of how they were positioned. The price performance didn't happen yet. You bought them early. So it's the same principle with what we're doing with crypto. So my suggestion, stop chasing coins. That's number one. A lot of y'all out there, you chasing the next meme coin. The next coin you think is going to do a 10,000x. And if you are going to do that, stop putting thousands of dollars into that type of shit. Do it with a couple of $100 at the most. Why you got $10,000 in a meme coin? Whatever coin, I don't care which one it is. Just because you thinking that you might make $1 million. Just listen, you can put yourself in position to do that. But you need to change your mindset in the way that you think about this whole thing. You have to. Because otherwise you will get wrecked, as they say. And that's it, man. That's it. All right, so I'm out, man. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Those are just my thoughts on, the HEX ecosystem, crypto in general, and just investing long term, like thinking more in terms of long time. Like, stop thinking so short term when it comes to crypto. Crypto is not a trading game. People try to make it that, and people do trade crypto. I don't know why. Like, people be trading Bitcoin. Like, for what? That's not what it was designed for. You can trade a lot of stuff, but crypto ain't one of the things I'm trading at all. I'm a professional trader. I trade binaries. Best instrument that you could trade as far as short term. The binary was designed for trading. See, cryptos were not designed really for trading. They're designed to perform functionality, and the price appreciation comes from the recognition of value. So when the market values what the crypto was designed to do, that's how the crypto appreciates over time. That's what happened with Bitcoin. That's what happened with Ethereum. Y'all following me? I hope y'all paying attention. All right, man, I'm out. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Mark for the TeamAlliance. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you subscribe. Check out the HEX live streams that I do also. And check out everything else I got going on the channel. I do professional trading. I trade binaries. Of course, on the Nadex platform, which is a fully regulated in the U.S. trading platform. In fact, the only one for binary options. If you don't know what binary options are, I'm sure that you probably heard that term before. A lot of people think that binary is a scam. Like y'all have this mentality and this mindset of thinking everything is a scam, and it's not. I've been trading for years, literally for decades. So it ain't nothing new to me. Binaries are the best thing that have come along as far as an instrument that you can trade. But anyway, I'm out. You know what it is. Mark for the TeamAlliance. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.